My name is Phil Strong and I am this year's captain of the Great Britain Roberts team. It started off about 2 years ago when I was given the opportunity to take up the captaincy by the Free Rifle Committee. We have a laid down set of qualifications for this particular match. Starts off with the Great Britain Dual Postal team, which is shot in June. I have the team of 20 here as my squad, and then it's up to those guys to shoot their pants off and make the top 10 so that I have an easy job in picking the team. It wasn't too bad this year, but they've done a good job and we're confident this afternoon. When I went down the aggregate list last night when it came off, yes, a lot of the Americans are at the top of the pile, but not all of them are going to be shooting this afternoon. And it's going to average out. Keith did a little program on his tablet, and I won't go into too many points, but it's going to be close. And if these conditions stay like this, it's going to be a great leveller. I shot this morning when we did the test on the 50s, and I also then shot hundreds. The way that wind was blowing, it was going to give us a 7 either side, which is that far from the centre either side. So you miss it, you've got a bad shot. And on previous matches against the Americans here, it's been decided by 1 point. And when you can lose 3 points in one shot, as I say, it's going to be a great leveller if it's going to be this windy this afternoon. And looking at what's coming up, there could be thunder, lightning and all sorts. So everything's going to be thrown at us this afternoon. They have got a number of guys that come from Fort Benning, which is the Army Marksmanship Unit. The last time we met 8 years ago, Great Britain won by a big margin. When we went back out to the States 4 years ago, Fort Benning were told by the NRA of America, we want a good representation because they don't like being beaten. But we don't like being beaten either, and they've got some professionals in there from Benning. We've got some good guys there. We've got British champions, grand aggregate winners, so it's going to be, as I say, it's going to be a close run match. Monday night I organised a dinner for a rifle club which I'm a member of, and we entertain the Americans. It's our sole point of being in existence. It's called the Perryman Rifle Club. It was formed when a team went out to the States in '65. They were entertained royally, and the members of that team, when they came back, they wanted to be able to reciprocate when the Americans come over here. So the club was formed, and we've always entertained visitors and certainly Americans when they come over. And I think there was 96 that sat down to dinner Monday night. So I was glad when I'd got that one under my belt. And then I could start worrying about today. It all happens yesterday afternoon. Once the aggregate's finished, I can then pick the team. We had the team meeting last night. We're all up for it. This is what we've been looking for for some of them for 8 years and for me for 4 years. The age is getting greater. Last few years I've looked down the list, and 50%, give or take a few, have been over 60. And as I say, in future years we're going to lose a bigger number of those than we are youngsters coming in. Getting people into the sport, it hasn't been a PC sport for a long time. And the youngsters, yeah, they love air weapons, target pistol, target rifle. They're indoors, electronic targets. A lot of them don't want to be traipsing halfway across Bisley Camp, especially when it starts raining. You've got thousands of pounds worth of kit, and you don't want to get it ruined. And some of the rifles these days are 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 pounds. And to get that out in the rain, you don't want to do it. They prefer to be indoors, electronic targets. We try to get as many youngsters, new members into clubs. Some clubs do better than others, but they seem to stick at it for a little while and then Certainly if they're juniors, they start off great, then they hit A levels, university, and then you don't see them again unless they have got members of the family in clubs, and then they come back after uni. Or they get a uni where they've got a decent rifle section in, which helps. Right away across the classes, some families come down and make it a week's holiday. It's not what my wife would call it, but not so many families these days, because obviously kids grow up, they start to do their own thing, and the parents are then just left to come down and get on with it themselves, so to speak. Invariably, it's shooting related topics, funnily enough. Sometimes it's not. I was talking to their captain yesterday, and she breeds greyhounds. I've got 2 greyhounds, so yes, fine. It's other than shooting, which sometimes makes a pleasant change. But 9 times out of 10, it's shooting related. What kit are they using? What are they using that we're not? Some of their coaching techniques we try and crib, and but at the end of the day, we're all just one big happy family. Until we actually get out on the firing point, we toss for positions, be it left or right. There are good points and bad points in left or right. Toss of the coin. But until the guys settle down, we get 50 metre section out the way. Then we can have a look at the cards, have a chat with the guys, calm them down if need be. But they've all been here. They know what it's all about. They've been in pressure situations, so it's all down to them. All we can do is help them by calling the wind. But at the end of the day, it's 10 individuals out there shooting. Although it's a team, they're 10 individuals. John Leach, our coach, and myself, we've called wind now for a number of Roberts teams and Pershing teams. We are looking downrange and to the left, because the wind is predominantly left to right here. So we are calling strength and direction. So it'll be moderate fast, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, fishtailing, anything to give the guys an indication as to whether the wind is picking up, dropping off, changing direction. They can see what's in front of them. They can't see what's 100 yards, 50 metres down range. So if it's a lull coming, we can say, yes, backing off, be with you in 10 seconds. Then they know they can either get one away now or wait until we say, yeah, back to what you've been shooting on. The team is spread over 15 firing points, which is 3 bays. John will be one end, I will be the other, and we will make sure that our guys can hear what we are saying.